Hello and welcome to a small masterclass how to remember and map 49 processes. In this class, we are going to see basically how you can remember all the 49 processes and how you can understand in the best possible way. Now, there are multiple ways you can utilize to remember 49 PMP processes, but I have found this practical way a very good way for you. Let's just go from the slides first, and then I will map the process in front of you so that you can utilize the same technique in your way. I have shown you guys this technique. That first step is that you draw a column, that 7 columns and 13 rows. 7 columns and 13 rows. There are other way that you can draw maybe 6 column, 12 rows, but for me, 7 column and 13 rows really do the work. Then once you have drawn it, you can remember a small line in order to understand what are the knowledge areas. And that line is ISSCQ QRCRPS. You can say it as I saw Santa Claus quickly racing comet right past Saturn. Once again, I saw Santa Claus quickly racing comet right past Saturn. What this stands for basically: I for integration, S for scope, second S for schedule, C for cost, Q for quality, R for resource, C for communication, R for risk, P for procurement, S for stakeholder. Let's see another mnemonics to remember this thing: integration, scope, schedule, cost, quality, resource, communication, risk, procurement, stakeholders. We have seen one mnemonics, and the second mnemonics is I saw 6 cars quickly rip carrier's rear passenger side. Once again, I saw 6 cars quickly rip carrier's rear passenger side. I would like you to stop this video right now and make your own mnemonics by utilizing integration, scope, schedule, cost, quality, resource, communication, risk, procurement, and stakeholder. This will help you understanding this way in a better way. Use your mnemonics. Don't copy mine or anyone else. Don't use even this one or this one. Make your own mnemonics and see the magic happen. Because when you make your own mnemonics, you will remember it for more time. And that is our goal, that you remember it for long time. Okay. So I think you have done it. Now let's go for the process groups. IPEMCC. In physics, Addy make Cs. In physics, Addy makes Cs. This is for initiation, planning, execution, monitoring and control, and closing. Initiation, planning, execution, monitoring and control, and closing. Another mnemonics for this one is in physical education, Mary cries constantly. In physical education, Mary cries constantly. Now, again, I would ask you to please pause this video and use IPEMCC and make your own mnemonics. Thank you. I think you have made it. Now, let's move forward. We have made 5 process groups. We have made 10 knowledge areas. Now, the next step is how to use these process groups and these knowledge areas. Now, if you have done this thing and you have made it your mnemonics, I would say bravo. You have done 50% of the process. Now the remaining 50 process we will see in the next slides. Okay, let's go back to our original chart. Now what you do, remember this phone number 766 4363734. 766 4363734. In order to remember it better, make it in three parts: 766 4363734. I called it as phone number 766 4363734. You can write this on this column 766 4363734, or you can also make another column and write it in the end. It's your flexibility, wherever you want to write it, where you want, where you feel that this is easy for you, you can do it. Now you have written it. Okay, now the next step is use the postal code 224 10 12 1. Write 2 here, 22 24 10 12 1. 224 10 12 1. 2 24 10 12 1. I have made another way to remember it. Let's start with the closing. Closing has only one. 1. Let's add 1 into 1. We have 2. Now write 1 in front of 2. You have 12. You have 12. Now multiply 12 by 2. You have 24. And subtract 2 from 12. You have 10. Remember the way that suits you. If 2, 24, 10, 12, 1 suits you, good for you. If 1, 2, 12, 24, 10 suits you, good for you. So I hope so far you are with me and you are making your own chart. Now, now let's come to the processes how to remember all this. For the first process, we will move from initiation to planning to execution to monitoring and control to closing. The first step is the mnemonic for is just do it. You know, the Nike said just do it. The mnemonic for it is just do it. What do I mean by just do it? In just do it, do stands for develop project charter. In it, I stand for identify stakeholders. Identify stakeholders. Now you can make your own mnemonic and I'll suggest you make your own mnemonic. That is the best way to remember. I'm saying this again and again because repetition is the mother of success, and by following it, you can do it in a better way. So, we are done with initiation. Let's go to planning. Now, in planning, in all 10 knowledge areas, write plan. Write plan. You can write plan because it will come in all knowledge areas. Plan, 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 plan. 1 to 10. Now, you have done it. Now, the only thing is plan XM. And with this, just remember DC, DC, D, SED, EDE, IPP. Once again, DCD, CD, SED, ED, EIPP. And the mnemonic, again, you can make your own mnemonic. I'm using this mnemonic. Dastardly candies double crossing, dandelions spread ever, dead evil destructions everywhere in patties between us. You can make your own mnemonic. So, what does this stands for? We have already written plan. The first D is develop project management plan. The second, we have already written plan. We have already written plan, and we will make plan XM. Plan XM. Plan X mean knowledge areas. So plan schedule management, plan schedule management, and the C from here will come collect requirement. Collect requirement. And the D develop scope statement. Develop scope statement. And then C create work breakdown structure. C create work breakdown structure. I hope this is clear. Once again, for scope, we have already written plan XM, plan X4, schedule, scope, plan scope management, plan scope management, and we will have C collect requirement, D develop scope statement, C create WBS. I hope scope is clear for you. Now let's move to schedule. We have already written plan XM in schedule. We have written plan XM in schedule just like scope. For X, we will have plan schedule management, plan schedule management, and we will have D from here. D define activity, D define activity, S sequence activity, S sequence activity, E estimate activity duration, E estimate activity duration, D develop schedule, D develop schedule. Once again, we have written plan XM. X stand for knowledge areas in which we are right now. We are in schedule knowledge area. So plan schedule management, plan schedule management. This D define activities, S sequence activity, estimate duration, develop schedule, develop schedule. I hope so far everything is clear for you. Now we move to next knowledge area. The next knowledge areas is cost, and we know plan X management. So X will come as cost, plan cost management, plan cost management, and from here we will have estimate cost activities, estimate cost, estimate cost, and for D develop budget or determine budget, determine budget. Once again, we are in cost knowledge area. We have plan XM, plan cost management, estimate cost, E estimate cost, D develop budget, D develop budget. Now we have done cost management. In quality, we only have one process, PXM. PXM, plan quality management. That's it. PXM, we are in the quality knowledge area, plan quality management. Now let's move to resource knowledge area. Let's move to resource knowledge area. Plan XM, you already know now. Plan XM means plan resource management, plan resource management plan, plan resource management plan. So for E, we will have from here, we will have E from here, this E, estimate activity resource, estimate activity resource. Once again, we are in resource management. We already know plan XMP, plan knowledge area management plan. So plan resource management plan, and for E, estimate activity resource, estimate activity resource. Now in communication, only one, PXMP, plan communication management plan. Once again, formula is PXMP, plan communication management plan. So we have cleared till communication. Now we go to risk knowledge area. Once again, PXMP, and the knowledge area is risk. So plan risk management plan, plan risk management plan, and we come here, identify risk, identify risk, perform qualitative risk analysis, perform qualitative risk analysis, perform quantitative risk analysis, perform quantitative risk analysis, and one P is missing, and that is plan risk response. Plan risk response. This P is missing here because we have made 10 P hairs. So once again, one P more for this, plan risk response. Plan risk response. Let's revise it. Plan X management plan, plan risk management plan, identify risk, perform qualitative risk plan, perform qualitative risk assessment, perform qualitative risk assessment, perform qualitative risk assessment, plan risk response, plan risk response. Now let's move to the next step, that is procurement knowledge area. We have PXMP, plan procurement management plan, plan procurement management plan. In the next knowledge area, we have plan stakeholder engagement management plan, plan stakeholder management plan, plan stakeholder engagement management plan. So we have covered planning process. Now let's do another thing. We have written two here in initiation, 1 and 2. We have 2 here. Here we have written 24. Let's count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So that's the reason I have written this postal code. 24 processes in planning group. 24 processes in planning group. I hope planning group is clear to you. Once again, I'll suggest you make your own mnemonic for this. I am just giving you guideline. Let's move to execution process group. For execution process group, we have DMM, AD, MM, ICM. DMM, AD, MM, ICM. Dandies, Mandies, Magnification, African Daisies motivate mischief in Candy's mind. Once again, Dandies, Mandies, Magnificent, African Daisies motivate mischief in Candy's mind. This is a way which I have chosen. You can use another mnemonics, whatever you like. That is 100% your choice. Now let's see what does this mean. First, D in execution, we are in knowledge area of integration. So direct and manage project work. Direct and manage project work. Then manage project knowledge. Manage project knowledge. Manage project knowledge. Since you are preparing for PMP exam, I'm 100% sure that you know that there is no process of execution in scope, schedule, and cost. We have no process in scope, schedule, cost. We go to next process, that is manage quality. Manage quality. Then we have acquire resource, acquire resource. Then we have develop project team, develop project team. Then we have manage project team. Acquire resource, develop project team, manage project team. I would say resource management in execution is the second most important thing. The first was direct and manage project work and manage project knowledge. Second is resource management. Then what we do, we we implement risk response. Sorry, I missed manage communication. Manage communication. Once the communication is managed, you see from mnemonics, I can get back to here. I know MM, I missed it, I go back to it. Implement risk response. Then we have conduct procurement. Conduct procurement. Then manage stakeholder engagement. Manage stakeholder engagement. Manage stakeholder engagement. So I hope execution is clear to you. Now let's move to monitoring and control. Once again, I'm repeating myself. Make your own mnemonics. Make your own mnemonics in order to understand better. Okay. For monitoring and control, remember this thing. PMV control, PMV control at 5. MMCM, MMCM, MMCM. What basically I'm trying to say is that you have PMV in the first three process: perform integrated change control, monitor and control project work, perform integrated change control. You have the word of change control. Perform integrated change control, monitor and control project work. Then you have validate scope and control scope. PMV control, perform integrated change control, monitor and control project work, validate scope, control scope. Then I have control 5. What does this mean? Control, 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 and this control. Control, control, control. You control scope, you control schedule, you control cost, you control quality, you control resource, and you control procurement. If this confuses you, MMCM. Between 3M, you have one C. MMCM. MMCM. And mnemonic is practicals, Mandy, vigilant canis, make mischievous candy mad. Practical, Mandy, vigilant canis, make mischievous candy mad. Once again, I request you to make your own mnemonic. It will help you to understand better. And this completes our monitoring and control process. Now we have close project, that is only have one process, and that's it. You have understand the complete overview. Just again to revise for you, make 7 column, 13 rows, write the postal code 224 10 12 1, and write phone number 766 436 3734. And remember, I saw Santa Claus quickly racing comet right past Saturn. For integrations, scope, schedule, cost, quality, resource, communication, risk, procurement, and stakeholder, and IPEMCC in physics, ID makes current. Initiation, planning, execution, monitoring and control, and closing. And then you remember all these process groups. That's it for today. Tomorrow I'm also gonna share one more video in which I explain specifically, and I will make this process on Excel in front of you. But please, I would suggest make one for you right now. Thank you very much for listening.